Hello, hello, people. We are live. I am Joy. We have Callie and we have Demisio here today. How y'all doing?
I'm
Good.
doing
I'm
good.
not
How are
really here. I'm
you?
I'm just moderating. So bye.
Oh, okay. I I'm sorry I'm late. It's my fault. I was literally sitting up here watching the show
I
instead of
sure so, Kel. I
Dolly.
was like, now she got on me for being late,
I sure
honey.
did. I ain't gonna even front. And I was sitting up here thinking, I bet she ain't even on her. And I looked, I was like, how is 503? But we can go ahead and get started. This is season 13, episode 11, a celebration of life. Let's go ahead and um let's give it a number 1 through 10, 10 being the highest. What did you think about it?
I'll give it a 6. And the only reason I'm giving it that high is because I appreciated that it wasn't a lot of fighting on the
Yeah,
episode. So
yeah.
I'll give it a 6 because of that.
I can agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say 5 or 6. I could deal with that. Yeah. It was fun. I laughed a couple of times.
Same.
Yeah, I laughed a couple of times. It wasn't anything exciting. It did move the story on, I think, the direction that I think it's going. But for the most part, you know, it didn't feel like a filler, although it probably was. So, okay, let's go ahead and I'm trying to find my chapstick, but I can't find it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. So, the scene opens pretty much with Kyle announcing to the girls that it's, Annemarie's birthday and they are going to take her to, what was the name of that town? Was it Opal?
Ojai.
Oh, okay. Ojai. Okay. Is that what it was? How is it spelled?
Yes, Ojai.
Okay. I know California has all kind of different names to me. Callie, are you going to rate it or are you just truly sitting here?
Truly moderating while I'm in the bathtub. Okay.
Okay. All
I
right.
only saw one part. That esophagus part came up, and I was done. I'm
Okay.
out.
Right. So anyway, it looks like the girls all get in a sprinter and they go to whatever the name of this city is. Ojai. Is it that? How do you
Yes, it is Ojai.
pronounce it? Okay. The J sounds like an H. Okay. I got you. I'll get it. Ohio. Okay. Not Ohio, but okay, whatever. Anyway, a whole bunch of them in the sprinter. Seems like they're now shopping. It wasn't really nothing in there, but I did think Kyle was funny.
Same. This is the cow that I somewhat enjoy.
Yeah, she is a little shopper. I like that. I'm a knick-knack person too. That's why I got so much stuff in here. But I'm a knick-knack person too. I mean, like, the worst thing that somebody could have done is introduce me to Tumi, Timu, or whatever the name of that site is, because I got a whole bunch of just
Uh-huh.
stuff.
Tumu,
Is it Timu or
something like that.
yeah? I don't know. I just stay on it. I was literally just on there watching the show and going through there. It's some cards that I paid $25 for. Some game cards that's on here for like $4. I don't even want to say it out loud because this particular company I know sells these same cards for $25 directly from the people. I have to tell y'all off what I'm talking about. It's some game cards.
Have you gotten them in the mail yet?
Yeah, I got them all today.
And so it was everything that you expected
Yes,
for that
it's
less of a
literally
price.
what you
Okay.
can buy on their website for $25.
And how much? Okay, I don't want to. Okay, but how much did they charge you to ship it?
It's free to ship.
Oh God.
I
Okay.
got these lashes.
Oh shoot.
Mm-hmm. And I buy like junk jewelry. The little earrings. I bought my baby some dolphins because I teased her about in the 90s we were dolphins. So
Oh,
it's
that's cute.
like $1, like $1. And I got me some big ones,
Cute.
old school.
Yeah, cute. Those are cute.
Anyway, so let's move on. They went to the winery. It really wasn't much in this episode. They went to the winery. I did think when they were in the sprinter that old girl, what's her name, Sutton, looked pretty for some reason. Did she do something to her face? Or is it because she wearing her hair? I don't know. She looked different to me.
She probably just stopped talking for a day, and that usually would change your image.
So I don't know. She looks the same to me.
She looked she looked different to me. She looked attractive in a way that Sutton I ain't never looked at her. I don't know, but anyway, she got a second date. She did mention that she got a second date, so maybe it was happy
Yeah,
because
they could
happiness
be.
looks different on people.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't know. Oh, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Um, go on. You want to say anything?
There wasn't much to really talk about. Like you said,
When they were
they were
at
this,
the
they were at the Sprinter Van. They went shopping. Typical Beverly Hills stuff. Wasn't nothing really interesting. To me, they were all like I said. They all were having fun, so that was good to see. Okay. Well, I do want to say this. I'm glad Garcelle is just choosing to move on.
oh
That
yeah.
is, because it's just like, girl, do they gonna learn? And she just it is what it is. So I'm glad she came to that conclusion.
I mean, that's how you have to function, though. That's how we've always functioned. Like people, black people deal with microaggressions all the time, and there may even be other ethnicities that deal with it. I can imagine that Latinos do too.
Hmm.
And you shake it off. Usually, people who do it to me and I point it out, oh, I don't mess with you. They usually know it. You know, they they don't have no problem saying stuff to you in public. Like so I work with this one lady. She was like, "Well, Miss Muhammad don't like me," and she says, "If this is in front of a room full of people," I say, "I'm glad you know." No, bro, because I don't. It's just certain people I don't. When you come at me like that, and I've told you what the issue is, I'd rather for you not to talk. Just don't talk to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I think it was big of her to just say, "Girl, move on," because you don't care no way. And it was pretty clear that she don't care because she actually tweeted she likes being in her bubble. So it's no use of Garcelle, um,
Wasted her
yeah,
time and
wasting her time
energy.
and energy on her. But I will say this: every time she did it, I would call her out. She would be afraid to talk to me. She wouldn't ever want to talk to me because if she ever did it again, I would point it out every time. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I would say. That's what I'm talking about. You're doing it again, and just leave it at that. But
Hmm.
anyway, let's move on. She done moved on, so I guess we got to move on too.
Yep.
Now the next scene, they is Garcelle talking to her sons. Um, I will say this. I thought it was cute that they're kind of showing her sons because we
Hmm.
really haven't seen a whole lot of that and
I
watching their
agree.
go ahead.
No, I was going to say. No, I was just saying I agree.
Yeah, because the conversations are kind of funny. I don't have boys, I only have girls, but I tend to think I would be kind of a blunt in your because I'm blunt in your face with my daughters. So I can't imagine what I would do with my sons. But yeah.
I enjoy seeing her relationship specifically with Jax. I think that's the one with the dark hair. The one that the more
Is
vocal.
that both of their natural hair? I've been trying to figure that out because one is blonde
Uh,
and one is black.
Probably so. It could be. It
Oh,
could
I
be.
know it could be, but I just wondered.
But yes, I enjoy seeing their relationship specifically because it reminds me of so much of me and my mom. And I know I was on one of my other little excuse me shows that I be watching, and I know one of the panelists is like she thought she hated Jax because she feel like he's disrespectful, which he do be cussing in front of her. But it just reminds me of my relationship with my mom because we had a pretty very like, especially when I started like getting older in my teenage, going into high school years and stuff before she passed. Like it just
Mhm.
reminds me of us. Like we had a very open relationship. Like I could like pretty much, I couldn't cuss in front of her now. Now Jax lost me with that one, but like I could say how I felt. Like if she was
Yeah, I
getting on
got
my
you.
nerve, I could say, "Girl, you getting on my nerve." Like going on.
And you know what would be the first thing out of my mouth?
Wait,
I'm not one of your friends.
that's what she used to tell me. She'd be like, "I'm not
Right.
your friend," or she'd be like, "This is my house, and I can
Yeah.
do whatever I want to do in this house and all this." And I used to be like, "Girl, get out of my room." She's like, "This is my room. This is my house. You don't
It
got no
is.
room." I used
Yeah,
to be like, "Oh my."
we take doors off of the hinges.
I was like, girl, oh my God. But like I said, it just, it depends on how your relationship is with your parents. Like I said, I could say that type of stuff to my mom without her feeling like I'm just being like disrespectful. Cause that's just how we were. Like, I was like,
You have
girl,
to be
okay,
careful about that in public though.
that
Because
is
what you
true
do in
too.
your house is what you do in your house. Because that's one of the things that I have to talk with my 15-year-old about. It's like
Look, at this point, tell him to come say hey to the camera. He makes a guest appearance every.
he just walked in from work. He ain't thinking about us.
He
And
makes a guest appearance every week. Like it's Joy featuring, starring, co-starring, honey. But
yeah.
yes, I do love seeing her with her kids though. And it was when they was talking about sex, and it was like, oh my God, because that boy and that girl, her son and that girl are totally screwing. And Jax is telling on him in front of her, and it's just so funny to see. I just love it.
How? What did I miss?
Because he was study like egging on the sex conversation, and so he knows something. He's dry snitching on his brother, on his
I mean,
twin, and
that
I
I
saw
wouldn't.
that kid.
To me, bedrooms of the opposite sex should absolutely be off limits, though. That
Yeah.
I mean, having boy company is a whole conversation in itself. Like
But they already going to high school and stuff now, so that
I
is
couldn't have
like
boy company until I was 16, and I never had any in my room. That wasn't even an option. We couldn't even be out of the living room. Like we couldn't even be out of the living room. And it was like a whole production. Like I don't care how long you've been together, and how well they know your family, you in the living room and
mhm.
in common areas. And it's like your parents got to be there, one or both.
Yeah.
It was very controlled. It was a controlled situation. It is what it is, though. But anyway, let's go on to the next segment. Was actually Dorit and PK. What y'all think? What you think about that?
That's what. That's literally what I thought about it. Literally.
I thought it was interesting that he thought that, like, how long is this PTSD gonna be going on? Like
No, he
he's
was spot
patient with her.
on.
I think
He
he's.
was
I
spot
think
on.
she, to me, is a victim person. Like, and she's rolling with this. I'm not saying like um in 2010 we had a fire in our house and we lost like everything. Like my 15-year-old was an infant. I had to throw her literally out of a window. And my husband caught her mid-air. My oldest, who's 20 something, she had to jump out of a window and my butt was kind of hanging out until they forced me out of the window because I didn't realize how bad the fire was because it was downstairs and we were upstairs. I was kind of trapped in my bedroom. Long story short, for a minute, I would smell smoke when it wasn't there. I didn't like being upstairs at all. I understand traumatic things. Oh, and also just to kind of add insult to injury, I had before I was born, I had two sisters and a brother that were killed in the house fire.
Ooh,
So I'm literally the product of my parents' grief after they lost those kids. I was born, they died in January of 73. I was born in January of 74. So coupled with that and all the stories that I used to hear, I was terrified about smoke, making sure everything was turned off, and because it started from a heater. So I don't throw away feelings of trauma because I get it.
right.
But usually over time, you have to confront those feelings and you realize, that's your eyes that's hazy. It's not smoke joy. You know what I mean? Like I would wake up,
Yeah.
sometimes your eyes are blared. I would think it was
Uh
smoke.
huh. Yeah. No,
Um,
I get it, but it's just like Dorit, girl. I'm like PK at this point. You just being obnoxious. Like I believe it's two things can be true at one time.
right, right, right. And I just think she likes being the victim, likes being a crybaby. That's how I see
One
her.
hundred percent.
Yeah, and that's how I see her. So, and I think he's sick of it. And instead of her really dealing with what she's dealing with, she's going to deal with kind of express guilt, make him feel guilty. And not to say that he shouldn't be at home, but if you're spending half your time overseas, I mean, in another country, I would feel some way too. That's what she needs to be dealing with, not trying to blame it on. Well, I mean, I'm sure that's a contributing factor. I really can't say that because if your husband being gone, you do kind of, I would imagine you are resentful because you should have been here. So maybe that, shoot, I didn't maybe need to change my whole thought process on that. But she is obnoxious.
Yeah, I think she should just definitely say what the real issue is, and it's baby, you halfway across the country, half the
Yeah,
damn time.
that's her issue. Is that she and she, I mean, I don't care if you do have a lot of money, unless everybody's taking care of all of your stuff, and I'm assuming that she have a nanny and stuff. Do you know if she has a nanny? Demetrio, you got me a home. But anyway, that
I'm
I
not
don't know.
100% sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
I don't want to, you know.
Because if she had, yeah, I was thinking that if she's doing all of that by herself, it's stressful. I mean, it's stressful for everyday mom. With or without money, when you have a nanny, it helps a little bit.
Yeah,
Well, a
it
lot
helps
of
a
bit.
whole lot. It
A
helps
lot
a
of
whole
bit.
lot.
All right. So this next segment is the biggest segment because it was pretty much um not quite half, but a good chunk of the episode was Kyle, Teddy, and Morgan headed to her friend's celebration of life. And
Oh, why is Teddy there?
when Morgan gets there and is practicing, first of all, that is so weird that that song felt more like a love song than in my head. It seems like it should be a pick me up. You take off your clothes, baby, take me away. I'm looking at the lyrics. Let's just do the water, hand in my hair. These are the lyrics. And you said I look pretty. You are devious. Rolled in from the Windy City. Yeah. Like this felt like a love song, not a song for kind of I would have think
Yeah, a
it would be a
sad
pick me up.
occasion. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a sad occasion. Like, you
You
know.
said I'm too young for you. I'm scared I'm too right for you. These are the lyrics, and I admire that you are someone. Like, I'm like, what am I
What
watching?
is going on? Wait, so I thought the event for Lorraine was at the end of the episode.
It is, but what happened was it was toward the end. It was like 37 minutes in. But when they got there, what nobody, it wasn't anybody there yet. So it was Morgan kind of practicing her song. And then
Yeah,
she practiced.
but I'm saying like,
That was
didn't they
the end.
go to Ojai? Don't they go to Ojai first?
Yeah, we talked about it. There wasn't nothing to talk about.
Well, yeah, I guess so. You're right.
I asked you, did you want to mention anything right before I
I
moved on to Garcelle?
I thought you was just talking about like the beginning. Oh, okay,
No,
okay. Well, yeah, no, nothing to talk about. Like you said,
yeah,
I
that's
I
because
was
they
thinking
went to
about
the
the table
winery.
scene. Yeah, I was trying to say I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, did we not bring that up?
Yeah, they
But
went
then
to the
I thought about
winery.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We talked. It
I thought
wasn't.
the licking of the toe and all of that was pretty disgusting. But hey,
That was. It is nasty, but I see that as girl stupid humor. We do stupid stuff, and the licking, putting your tongue in somebody's mouth.
again, some yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So it wasn't my cup of tea,
yeah,
but
mine neither.
that's what I would call girl fun amongst
Yeah,
girls. I wouldn't do it, but I would laugh at it. I
I
might even.
would too.
So
Cause I'm like a big germaphobe. Like I don't even like drinking after people like that. Like, oh, I have
yeah,
this one home girl that has it so bad. Like she will just grab my drink. I mean, granted, we have been friends since we were like, kids or whatever. So she's not a stranger. But it's just like she just irks me when she do that. Cause I be like, girl, like, you know what? You can just have the drink. Like I don't even want it no more.
right. What do y'all think? What did you think about when all the girls arrived? As Garcelle walked in, Teddy said something. She called herself, "Oh, here's the Nat."
And Garcia walked right on past her.
She did.
Cause again, why is Teddy there?
She said,
Why?
no, she said, hi, how are you? And then she said, the gnat is back. She said, oh, okay. All
And
right.
kept walking.
And
Kept
kept
right on
walking.
walking, baby.
Wait a minute. Oh, that was so funny. She is annoying. I never
That
did
stuff
get
right there.
Patty's
That stuff
appeal.
right there. That stuff right there is exactly why we feel like she's an ad.
Yeah, I didn't think that she was a gnat. I just thought that she is doing what Marie is now doing. And
I
that
just
is
yeah, and
she's
I just could
doing
never stand that.
Kyle's bidding.
Yeah, I hated Teddy. I never got her appeal. Like I don't even know how she lasted 3, 4 seasons because Teddy wrong absolutely nothing. Like
Yeah.
even when she was in drama, it was still like, Teddy, shut up. Like, why are you talking?
And she has a podcast. Is it successful?
I mean, yeah, it is, but ain't nobody listening to Teddy, baby.
I think Teddy is Kyle's first lesbian experience, just between me, you, and God. Okay, I do. I think that's.
I, ca-
I think Teddy is the reason that Kyle is now okay with being, dating a woman.
Is she
you know
gay? Is
what?
Teddy
No,
You
but
know
gay?
I
what?
I don't. She's not gay. But come on, the way that
Is she
Teddy
I
wanted to be her, and they were just,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
Teddy
mean,
was her first.
Callie, I ain't gonna say that I just fully disagree with that now.
Okay.
Isn't she married to a man though, right?
She absolutely is,
Yeah, she
but two
is.
things could be true at one time. I'm
I
not gonna.
did think it was interesting the flashback that they found of somebody when Garcelle was talking about a girl or a threesome or
It
whatever.
was Kyle.
And
Yep.
Kyle was like, no, I wouldn't be with no woman. I'm not into the girl stuff. What she said, something like that. I ain't into
She
girl
did
stuff.
say that. She
Yeah.
did say that. That's what Garcia was like. Oh, this is like, because Kyle 3 years ago, when they were all talking about it, she was looking at them like, what? Oh my God, I would never. And then look at her now.
Why wasn't Mo there?
Good question. To me personally, I don't think she wanted him there. I think she had exactly who she wanted to be there with her.
I
That's
agree with
just
that.
my opinion, though.
I mean, you might be right. But that's just such a special, because that's like her best friend. I felt her like in the bottom of my heart when she said, because I know that kind of friendship, and when as you get older, your friendships, you treasure them a lot more than when you do when you're younger. You're not so eager to cut people off at this age. And I felt her when Kyle said that she was in my will. She was in charge of my children. That's your real friend. Because in a sense, you trust your friend over your husband. I hate to say that out loud. I mean, that's a big deal. She was like she was over her finances and her children.
Did she say anything else about the finances?
No. She just
Okay.
said something like she was in my will.
She
She
was
was
over,
she was
yeah.
in charge
I
of
was
my
kind of
finances, my
wondering if,
children.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering if those finances was going to turn into a, Robin and Mia situation where the friend was over it, and now that they're gone, I don't know where this is or that is. I was just wondering, but
No, I don't think
I
that
stopped
you
watching.
had. I was assuming that she was talking about, when you have insurance policies
Yeah.
or whatever, you put down who you want to take charge of your
Right.
children, and
Right.
sometimes you'll have your husband because he is still first step. You'll have your children, and you'll add one more person.
Mm-hmm.
That way, that one more person can have equal that one person is going to make sure your children are good.
Right.
And that is a sense you're saying, I trust him, maybe, but just in case,
Yeah.
I got that person sitting on there. And a lot of times, I know it happens. I had a really good friend that it was a bad, yeah, I don't even want to go there. But anyway, they're at this party, people are talking, whatever, and Annemarie comes over and has a seat. No, I'm sorry. Actually, Garcelle comes over there and speaks to her. And Crystal's nearby, and they're having this conversation. And of course, Annemarie brings up the small esophagus again.
Oh God.
And I don't know. I
But
don't
for Jesus,
I watched a little bit of the after show. Did y'all watch it?
yes, I seen that for sure.
Okay. I didn't see all of it, but I saw Anne Marie's part.
It's just like I wish she just, girl, you are still being loud and wrong. Like Dr. Tiffany and Nicole already said that you wrong. Like, girl, let it go. Like, you're standing on this hill and you're fucking wrong. Like, you're wrong.
Yeah, you are.
Period.
I know that by the time we come, I mean not come, but by the time we get to um reunion, uh Sutton is gonna have the name of this. I forgot to ask my mother what it's called, but it is called something. So, and I think Anne Marie is just gonna really be embarrassed
It's just like,
once
girl,
it's
you are
actually
wrong
broken
here.
down. Yeah, because it's yeah.
And oh, honey, she thought she was gonna be feuding with Sutton because she thought, as a lot of them do, think Sutton is the easy
Weakest link.
target.
Yes,
And baby, she picked the wrong season, honey. Because not
she
only
did.
is, first of all, I'm glad she let it go at that damn charity event because I believe this would have been the day that Sutton cut somebody out. I believe that night would have been the night.
What the if they haven't shown us everything, but according to Anne Marie, she was kind of talking about the esophagus thing,
She was talking about the
and
whole night. They said it on the
Sudden,
episode.
yes, she did, and then um, what's her name? Garcelle mentioned, her father committed suicide as well. That's what made her stop. But she said, but Garcelle had went and told her what she said. I mean, did she expect her not to? I was like, that's her friend. That's really her friend. Like, why was she surprised that Garcelle would say something to Sutton? Like, I don't.
No, she was kind of like on the after show. She was like, it is what it is.
Yeah, I just don't understand her stance. It wasn't that important, in my opinion. Even
It
if,
wasn't.
you know what I mean, even if it was something, because the reality is it was very clear that Kyle put this battery in her back to paint Sutton as
She
if she
all
has
but
eating
said it on the
disorder.
after show. She said it on
Yeah,
the after show. She said
yeah,
all of this came from Kyle.
Kyle. Like this is, and oh, it was so funny when she says, "I didn't say anything about an eating disorder," and they rewinded and played it back. I was like, "Girl, you forgot what you said that quick."
Girl, she literally said it in the moment, and they literally had to
Yes,
rewind it back 30 seconds like
that's
before.
why I
Like,
said that
girl, come on
quick.
now. Like, come on, stop it.
Like, how you forget that quick? What you just said? But that's how you know you're talking outside of your neck.
I don't think she forgot. I just think she don't want to be like she called her, out for having to eat it to her. But you did. You did. So,
They're
stop
really
it.
going to be embarrassed. Like,
And let me tell you something, honey. Like I said, baby, she thought she was gonna be fused with Sutton, honey, but baby, when she mentioned eating disorder in front of Crystal,
oh yeah, Crystal was activated. What she finally decided to speak up, huh?
baby, that's why I say she thought she was gonna be fused with Sutton, honey, but she barked up the wrong road, saying that in
Yeah.
front of Crystal, baby. Oh, baby, she barked up the wrong tree, honey, and I was getting my life. I was like, oh shit. And Crystal is so good for these type of topics too. That's what makes it even better. Like Crystal is good for like debating about this specific topic.
Well, topics that I would say um, millennials and Gen Zs take a lot. They take it a little bit differently than we do. Like people had eating disorders, absolutely, in the 80s and the 90s. I remember way before the movie, the girl who plays Salt, she was probably she talked about having an eating disorder, which was kind of shocking to me. um at that age, for one, I thought that I, in my little limited world, in my little limited knowledge, and the fact that it wasn't a whole lot of black faces on television with these kind of issues, I thought that was a white people thing when I was younger. So to hear, I remember an interview that she did. It was Sandy. Was that Sandy? The girl who played the one that was Salt from Salt and Pepper. And in an interview, she talked about, I was like, I didn't even know black girls did that sort of thing. That was just my little limited world as a young girl. I had no clue. But I think that those are conversations that we just weren't having. And in black communities, it's easily hid because we big up people who are dieting. You know what I mean? We kind of big up people who are dieting, and a lot of times black people aren't trying to be skinny. They just they may have an eating disorder, even on the they're trying to be smaller but not skinny. Do you understand? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, but that's my little limited, small, narrow view of the world of that I've seen. But I'm sure I just didn't realize that this was a real issue amongst everybody when I was younger. But we kind of look at things a little bit differently now, and I think millennials and Gen Z don't have a problem talking about things. My generation didn't do therapy as much.
Yeah.
Now they are. A lot of people I know my age are, but you all, it's kind of a stigma around it when I was younger. I've known young people who go to college and sign up for therapy. Like these are
Right.
18, 19-year olds that thinks everybody, that having therapy today isn't looked down upon. Back then, you had therapy, you was crazy. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good to
I see
see. I
what you're
think
saying.
that's one of the things that Crystal does bring, but it can be annoying. So because it was kind of like how she did Sutton when she said that Sutton walked in on her and then associated that with being violated using hyperbolic terminologies. I think
I agree.
I don't think violated was the right word.
It absolutely wasn't the right word.
Yeah, I mean, I can see you being in, like you. It's embarrassing. You already dealing with body images. I think that was more about her than it was about Sutton walking in,
It absolutely was.
and that's where Crystal has to take her own accountability. You know what I mean? Like you can be a millennial and be woke, that's fine, but you also have to take accountability when and not force something on us because it's a cool conversation. And I thought what she did to Sutton was unfair.
And I just another thing with Annemarie that I just really can't understand. It's just like, okay, like just because you're in healthcare does not give you the right to push this issue. Because it's like she studied, like on the after show, she was like, when you're in healthcare and you hear someone say this, it's just like, no, girl, it's still none of your damn business.
Right.
Who are you? The
Yeah.
personal care physician,
Yeah.
I mean, of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Like,
Yeah.
girl, stop. You're the
It
PCP
was
or something?
it reminded me of the season that in Potomac where Candace was on Ashley about being pregnant. And it was a crazy because we knew while we were watching the show about Candace kept getting on Ashley about trying to get pregnant. And as we were watching the show, she's not really trying to get pregnant, as if she was making this up. It was so weird because while we were watching it, we already knew that Ashley was pregnant.
Right. And it's just like
So
we
it
already
was
done
really
heard from.
weird watching it. Like, girl, just stop! Like we were screaming, like, stop! It's unnecessary. You shouldn't like push a narrative in regards to anybody's body. Period. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
you do
I
have to
do.
be careful about narratives of trying to say that somebody has an eating disorder.
You do. And
That's
like I
just
said, baby, when she said that in front of Crystal, honey, oh, baby, I knew right then and there that's where it started, baby. I said, this is where it started. This is where it started, honey. And I'm so ready for next week. Oh, I'm so ready for next week. Because it looks like Crystal was getting right on in I said, Crystal, this is not about you, but girl, you lied. You said that.
yeah.
Stop saying you didn't say it. You said
What
it.
what you think about Kyle feeding Morgan that fruit?
Child, you know what? You know what? I just I just pray for Kyle. That's what I have to say.
I'm like, what is she like? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like at this point, we were hearing rumors about it. Okay, let me say this. In real time, when this was filmed, it's particularly this episode. While we didn't know what the scenario was, we had heard that not only was this girl going to be on the show, but that she was performing.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew we didn't know how that was going to happen. Now we see it. At this point, they are writing about her having an affair with this woman. Because this event, while we didn't know that this was a celebration of life, who was there, what, how it was going to play out on television, we knew at this point, she knows what the tabloids are saying.
That's why I just like, child, I don't know. Like, is Kyle playing us right now, or
The
like what?
reason that it's weird is because if we know that Kyle is being written about in the tabloids, nobody's talking about it. I'm really irritated by that. Like they're saying what's you know they've insinuated that something is going on with Mo, but and they've had little digs and confessionals. We've seen that on a few occasions. Somebody said, oh, even Dorit said that's how rumors get started. Garcelle has said some things. Come on now. Why aren't they talking about this in real time? How is it that everybody else, if they popped up in the tabloids, they would have their whatever blasted? It would have been a storyline from beginning to end. But nobody's talking about it.
But that just shows you who actually have a heart and who doesn't.
And I'm
as
not
the
talking
cast,
about in
the people.
confessionals because confessionals are filmed months later. Like they don't even start confessionals until they're halfway in. They're close to the end of the season. That's clear because Andy asked for questions for the reunion, I think yesterday or day before yesterday. It was one day this week. So
And I was reading through the comments on Twitter, and it'd be so funny when people be like, Andy be writing those questions himself. And I'm just like, no, I fully believe he be getting those questions from Twitter because I be going through the comments when he make the post about the reunion, and I be
mhm.
seeing some of the questions and stuff that I be like, Andy would 100% be getting these questions from these fans because technically they're saying what Andy wants to really say and ask.
Yeah. Now I think that somebody sorts through it and pick and choose. Oh, this shady, do this one,
Yeah.
But I've seen some because I actually wanted to look at the questions that they had for Here and Married to Medicine. Is it Married to Medicine? Yeah,
No,
I think it's
hold
Married to
on.
Medicine. They
Salt
didn't
Lake
say
City.
Potomac though.
No, I don't think he haven't did Potomac yet for the
Yeah.
reunion. He haven't said that. He just
But
did
it's
it for Salt Lake City and now Potomac.
did the first
I mean not
reunion come
Potomac,
out
but
for
Beverly
Salt Lake
Hills.
City?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't watch it. I'll watch it today. Yeah. Was it
Yeah, no,
good?
it was the Monica show, and if it wasn't about Monica, it was dead boring. And
Okay.
that's just
Well, that's why I couldn't watch much of the season. That's why I did only watch the last 3 episodes, but I will watch this right here. I will watch the reunion. So, but Monica's sitting next to Andy.
because she was the season, regardless of what you got to say about Monica. If it wasn't for her, she run those desperate old heads some ratings, honey, and they all thank her for giving
And
them.
do you think that they're going to bring her back, D?
Mm.
Probably not, but they
Not too bad.
should, in my opinion.
You don't think
If
so?
we can have Phaedra back, they can bring Monica back.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, who would film with her?
It was just so
I
interesting,
mean,
though.
they're telling me with Phaedra. Phaedra did way worse than Monica could ever do.
But Phaedra wasn't on. She's not on Atlanta. They didn't do that to her. Those people that were on Married to Medicine, they didn't do that to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could see why they wouldn't bring her back to Atlanta because at that time they actually band together and said that they weren't gonna film with her. At least that's what Andy said. It wasn't that she was fired. He literally said no. They said that they weren't willing to film with her.
What did Andy say? She wasn't coming back?
Who?
Are you still talking about the girl from Seattle, Salt Lake?
Oh no! I
Okay.
was talking about Phaedra.
Okay. Okay.
When that situation happened with Candy, he was
Yeah.
getting interviewed and he actually said it's just a matter of having people to film with. No one wants to film with her.
Okay.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't that she was fired, as he say they put on pause, and they really like her though.
Yeah.
I heard
At the
that.
end of the day,
Um,
Monica ain't did nothing that horrible. Like they can let it go.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
come on. She
because
infiltrated them
technically,
big time. How much
technically,
information have they told her,
because
about their personal
technically,
lives?
technically, the page was only meant for Jen. Like I'm not understanding why they keep saying they were harassed. Like the pages, the posts are still up going back to 2020. So, and none of the posts or pages are about them. It's all about Jen. Literally, you can go look it up now. It's all about
But
Jen.
it had to be something, or else they wouldn't be saying they were harassed.
It was not about them, child. They just probably were mad at the fact that it was somebody doing it to somebody that was on the show at the current time. But none of it was ever about them. And then Heather is involved too. Y'all just got to go look at on Twitter, baby. Heather knew what was going on, and I'm glad that she's finally getting exposed. The
you
hairdresser, the
talking
little black
about Jen
girl.
Shaw's friend?
No, I'm talking about Heather Gay on the cast.
That was the one that was Jen Shaw's
Oh
friend.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yes, yes. She knew. They just posted the text message stuff between her and the black girl. Like she knew about all of this stuff, all of it.
And the
So
black
she
girl
is
is a
a
makeup artist or hairstylist.
hairstylist.
She's a
So
hairstylist.
These hairstylists, look, they missing out on something because they get all the info.
Don't they? That's why I
Yes.
said. That's why I was saying about Huntsville. Like
Yeah.
the background people are controlling the
Mm,
narrative in a way. Like that just shouldn't happen, and that comes from like leaks. But I will admit, this cast held their what was going to happen this season in their sleeves,
yeah.
because that's what made the season so good. All of these reality shows, all of the housewives would get some of that same. Just imagine if we hadn't already heard about Kyle and this woman.
Mm-hmm.
We would
Mm-hmm.
It would be the talk of the town.
Right, but we've been hearing about it for a
We've been
minute now.
hearing about it for 8 months
Mm-hmm. I
because they
remember posting on it
teased.
even.
They did.
Carlos went crazy about it and went live real quick when he heard about it. It was just,
That's
it's been out there so
Imagine
long.
this would have been Beverly Hills' best season,
Yeah.
probably. But because we've known about this for 7 months. That's the reason why we were just talking a minute ago. I don't know if you were on, Callie, and I was saying we heard about this event. We didn't know it was a celebration of life or what the situation was, but we had heard that the girl was going to perform. Not only was she going to be on the show, she was going to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is, I'm
It
assuming,
took away from the. Did it take
it
away from it?
I think it
oh,
takes
not to
away
me.
because we've
But
already had these
this season
conversations.
still haven't been. Even if we didn't know
Mm-hmm.
anything, nothing about this season is just gave me. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I still think this would have been a talk of the town.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have had a reference. We would have been Googling her. Just
Mm-hmm.
imagine if we had heard nothing.
Yep.
We
I
would
mean,
be
that's true.
Googling
That's very
her,
true.
sharing her material like they did in real time. People would be going live, talking. All of the fodder was months ago.
Yeah.
We're just watching it like what's happening. We just confused, but we would be in shock had we not heard any of this stuff. They have to stop that. They have to stop that. I
But at the
remember
same time,
when
you can't really say they have to stop it because at the same time they can't control paparazzi. Like
no,
that's
they
really what
can't, but they can
that's
shut
really
their mouth.
what the
So,
that's what was really
but if
what really
somebody
was
has
the
to
thing
tell
with Beverly
somebody,
Hills though.
think
Like it
somebody
was
has to tell
paparazzi
somebody.
stuff. It was still paparazzi stuff that was like taking pictures of Kyle and stuff like that. It wasn't the same as like how Candace be on, I
I
guess,
can't
Twitter
hardly hear
paparazzi.
you, Demetrio.
It went a little muffled, D.
Can you hear me?
I was saying that it's still not the same because like on Potomac, I guess they be on like Twitter and stuff. These are like the bloggers like just following Kyle around and taking pictures of her, so she really can't like help that. Like that's how we was hearing about the Morgan stuff because of the paparazzi, not because of anything that Kyle was actually saying.
Well, it wasn't about like none of them actually say anything. It is based off of the bloggers and stuff, but I agree with that. Like if they were out and about and they're picking it up, but I the point is a lot of times the cast or the people around them, it could be the hairdressers, the stylists, the whoever they have around them do leak stories to the tabloids or the bloggers. They do that all the time. No one around this Salt Lake situation leaked anything.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And that was some juicy stuff to leak.
Right. And that was some juicy stuff to leak.
Mm-hmm.
We would have, by now, they would have pulled up that woman's whole resume would have been out. And the fact that it happened at the finale, it was like it was literally a mic drop situation. We haven't seen that in reality TV probably in years. Since like back in the day when we used to watch like what was the name of that show? Flavor of Love, and somebody would win at the end. We never knew. Or America's Next Top Model. We didn't know who the winner was. And we had these little groups. Because I remember one girl who did leak. I heard she won and they withdrew it because of that. I heard that we
They
heard that.
really withdrew it?
Yeah, I heard that one girl 1 year won and they changed it. They said that when Eva and Yaya were up against each other, they actually showed Eva by accident, but Yaya won.
Oh, I
And
never
they
heard
had to
that.
change it. Yeah, I heard that. I've heard that. But they accidentally, when they filmed it, showed Eva. So there's a reaction from Eva that she saw her face, but it was an accident. It was actually the other girl. Because Eva didn't win that year. She was second. That girl Yaya was. The girl she's an actress. She played Whitney Houston in a movie. She played Whitney Houston in a movie.
Yeah,
She
she's a pretty good actress. But so you're saying Eva didn't really win?
she didn't win. The other girl did.
Eva did win.
Oh, then it was just the opposite. It was Yaya whose face was there.
Okay, I don't
It
remember,
was.
but yeah, Eva did
I
win.
don't remember. I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah,
Eva
even
won.
one top model.
Yeah.
Okay, then it was the other girl.
Yeah, but, yeah, that was like overall though. That was like a very basic episode of Beverly Hills. Wasn't nothing. I guess spectacular about it. Really, I'm really, like I said, looking forward to the next episode to kind of see Annemarie getting called out by Sutton and Crystal because she deserved it.
And that actually was pretty much it. She sung another song, or she sung that song, and people stood around and listened. But that was pretty much it. I was surprised Kathy wasn't there because she should have been there because that was your little sister's friend. I would have showed up even if I went in the back. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
really was. That's been somebody that's been around that you watch grow up. She should have been there. It ain't my business, but she should have been there.
that's true.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I don't know if y'all got anything else to say.
Not
No,
about that.
Mm-hmm.
no, other than again, why was Teddy there?
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
we can talk about something else.
go ahead. What?
What's going on with Martell? What you think?
Am I reading this correctly? I read somewhere that if y'all didn't know, if y'all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville that comes on, Martell was
Arrested.
arrested. I think it was Wednesday,
For
and
harassing communication.
for harassing communication. It wasn't for beating up somebody. He was probably calling somebody or texting somebody or that sort of thing. But he wasn't there for beating up somebody.
So why would they say that? Why would they put that out there?
I
They
don't know.
didn't say it. Well, the court,
I
the
thought they said
jailhouse didn't say
domestic
it.
violence.
But
People are
next to it though, it had harassing communication.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's clickbait
Yes.
kind of title. But if you look at the actual police report, they tell you what he was arrested on.
Yeah.
And it was harassing communication. I also read that he heard that he had a bench warrant, that he turned himself in. They didn't knock at his door and arrest him. He turned himself in. He was booked. He was there for not even 5 minutes, they say, and he left.
He was there for 3 hours.
Is it 3 hours? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
it was just a holding.
Yeah.
Because I had a warrant when I was something that happened when I was 17. But I had it did. It was I had a party when my parents went out of town.
Yeah, I heard about
and I got a disturbing the peace for
a hot mess.
And I went to court. The court date was in April or May or something. And I went to court. And when I was in court, I had to do, okay. I had a bunch of tickets. That's really what happened. I also was driving without a driver's license.
You were doing too much, Joy.
Right. And I had to go to court on a double situation. Some things was paid for, but I had a lot of fines. And I was supposed to show up in court either August or September, but I was a student I was in college by then. So I was at Alabama A&M. So I went to college, and my mother went to court. She actually paid. She actually paid the fines on my behalf.
Mm-mm.
But for whatever reason, in January, no, that ain't what happened. She didn't go to court that time. She ended up paying it the second time. So when I was at home for Christmas, they knocked on my door like 3 days before Christmas.
See.
And I got arrested. I was in jail a couple of hours, but I got out. And my mother did pay it the second time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a couple of hours, and I was in there
Yeah.
with boys and girl, like men and women were in there. Girl, I was in the corner, just
Girl, I would
all
not. I
time.
can't even imagine. Girl,
Oh,
I would have been
another
cracking
problem.
up.
Since we're
Huh?
talking about, I was going to say, since we're talking about extra stuff now that we done talking about Beverly Hills, another show from Bravo that's irking me is Miami because I just want Lisa to, girl, get a man, get like you have another man. Stop
I
talking
don't
about
watch.
Lenny. We tired of it. We tired of it. We tired.
I
I
saw
don't
them
even
on
watch.
Watch What Happens Live last night for a few minutes anyway.
Like,
Was
girl, move on.
yeah.
We are tired. We are
Mm,
tired.
Do
And I'm
y'all
sick.
watch Basketball Wives? Any of them?
Yes,
Which
yeah.
one do you watch?
I watch
I,
both of them.
I watched the
What you
OG.
think about or not the Orlando one, the Miami one with the younger girls?
I don't watch that one.
Orlando.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
I mean, what did you think about that one girl going off on um the girl whose baby daddy the other girl is dating?
That's just a mess. They both look stupid, and Danny need to
They
just
really
let it
do.
go.
Oh, Danny, that was her name. Danielle, and what was the other girl
And
name?
Mackenzie, like, girl, that man all but told you on camera that you're just a side piece. Like, he didn't
Is that what
claim
he
you.
said?
He didn't say that, but he didn't claim her. Like, he didn't. How I'm gonna be his wife. He did not say that, honey. That is not what that man said.
I was like, why are they so comfortable doing that? Because one person isn't her friend anymore. That was so weird to me. I would have been at her house that evening. The Capricorn in me wouldn't have let that go.
But
Mm.
Danny is a hot mess anyway. So, I mean, I don't like her at all. Anyways.
Who, Danny or the other girl?
Yes, I can't stand Danny. The only people I really even actually like on that show is probably I like Neek and I like Ashley
Is
because
Neek the
Ashley
girl
really
that
go
used to be on Ink,
no
Chicago Ink? Who? Oh,
no
Neek. That's the one my daughter knows. She's an influencer.
influencer, yeah. So I've been
Okay.
watching her since like from when she first started, like when she had number like 10,
What did
20,000
Morgan used to
followers.
be on? I mean, not Morgan. The girl who's the main girl. I've seen her on.
Megan, BGC Bad Girls Club.
See, I
Oh,
don't watch those bad. I don't remember any of the
I
Bad
watched
Girls
like the
Clubs.
first season or two of Bad Girls Club.
Same
She wasn't
here.
on nothing else.
Not like prominent, like that you will remember her from. That's all she was on Basketball Wives. She was on Basketball.
Okay, that's why I was saying she had to be on something because I watched the first season of the Bad Girls Club and I piped in because that one girl was hitting them pants and talking, ain't nobody
Tanisha,
gonna get no sleep.
Tanisha.
No sleep, right?
She was just on the little TV show. It was a competition show called House of Villains.
Oh, I see the commercials for that. Is that good?
Yeah. It was okay. It was cool. I would be okay with them doing like
Isn't
another
Phaedra on
season.
there?
No, she's on the
Mm,
Traders.
New York is
Oh,
on there and Omarosa.
Yeah, Lua New Year. She New York cussed Omarosa out,
I
honey.
love New York. My daughter thinks she is the epitome when we talk about who is like the leading ladies of reality TV. She always I have to force her to say Tammy because to me you cannot not bring up Tammy. Tammy is number one. Nene is number two, and
I say Tiffany is number two because
and
Flavor of Love and all that did come out
and
way before.
my daughter would say Tiffany. She would say New York.
Yeah, because she came out way before Housewives. Way before Flavor of Love was
The
all.
reason that I said that, although Nene has fallen out of graces, Nene is the epitome of, I would say, female, as far as females is concerned, because of how you can ride the wave. Like Tammy, although she did come first, has rolled the wave in a way that's taking her far beyond reality TV.
Right.
So has Tiffany. Although hers is still in reality TV, how many people have had as many spinoffs as Tiffany as
Yeah.
New York has? And I also think like Nene, when I think housewife, because when you think of reality shows, people always say, I don't watch them housewives and them, as if when it's all leading women, it's a similar format. I think it's a similar format. Because was Housewives the first one? Did Housewives come before Bad Girls Club?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Wait, did
So
it?
House
Bagel Club came out in like 2006, 2007. So the first season was like 2007.
Oh, then yeah. I know that 2008 is when Atlanta came on. So OC and New York were already in place. And New
Mm-hmm.
Jersey.
2008. Wow, time just flies.
I know it was 2000 because I was on maternity leave. Yes, I remember. I was on maternity leave. And I was real excited. They kept advertising, and I was real excited to see a Black ensemble like that. So I had turned on Bravo for the first time, and they were having a New Jersey marathon. That's how I started watching New Jersey. I was like, oh, this is good.
Who was first, New Jersey or OC?
OC.
OC was
Okay.
first.
And
I
then New
remember
York.
OC and them drunk daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And then New York. And then New Jersey. And then Atlanta.
Yeah. And I just fell in love with
No,
Nene.
Atlanta was on before New Jersey. New Jersey just
Oh
on
no,
like.
no, it was. No, it wasn't. I just said that waiting the day that I was sitting down to fold clothes, Atlanta was supposed to come on. Um, they were having a New Jersey marathon.
Bro,
And
Atlanta
I
on
watched
finna be on like season 16. New
it.
Jersey ain't on nothing but like season 13, 14.
That don't have nothing to do with it. Teresa was gone for a whole year. It was a whole year. They didn't even film New Jersey.
Was
Oh
it that
yeah, that's
long?
true.
Huh?
They went a whole year without filming?
When Teresa went in jail, they did not film that entire year. They literally
Wow.
started filming the next season the day of her release. You can watch her leave the prison, get in the car, and
But I
she
thought
must.
they had a season without Teresa.
It wasn't a season. They had a
A few
special.
episodes or something?
They had a
With those
special.
twins and when
'Cause
Amber Marchese was on there.
oh no, the
Yep.
twins, that was a
No,
regular season.
that was a
Teresa
regular
wasn't here
season.
for
They
that?
did not have a seat. That's why when people always talk about the relevance of Teresa, I
Mhm.
always remind people there was a day, a whole season they didn't film. They literally did not start filming until the day Teresa
But
was
I'm
released.
saying, when was that season in? Because Teresa was not on. Well, yes, she was. She
Yes,
was on
she
that season.
was. Teresa
Yeah,
has
you
been on
right.
every season.
Yeah, she
She
was.
may have been in her namaste and she wasn't in a lot of drama.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a season where Teresa pretty much that year she had just lost her father right before filming. So Teresa was, and this
Yeah.
is when this is after she gets out of prison. A couple of months later, her mother dies.
Yeah.
Like she had a hard time. Teresa had a really hard time.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what eventually made her divorce Joe. She wasn't there when her mom died.
Oh, she's very clear about that. Oh,
Yeah.
she's crystal clear
She
about that.
said that? Okay. So,
Oh, she actually said
Mm-hmm.
she's resented that. She lost a whole year with her mother. Everybody got a death date. We got a
yeah.
birth date and we got a death date. We just don't always know. And that
Mm-hmm.
was her point, is that I could have been at home with my mother. And if you say whatever you want about Teresa
Yeah.
and her brother, there's no doubt in my mind she loved her parents.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no doubt
Yeah,
in my
absolutely.
Yep, and they loved the heck
Absolutely.
out of her and Joe.
Mhm.
They really did seem to like, to like Joe.
You talking about Judice or
Judice.
yeah, they did. I
Yep.
mean, I believe everything Joe Judice said um when he was talking about when Joe was talking about the Gorgas and saying that they were
Hi,
basically
Montique.
they had to finance her parents because Joe Gorga had messed up their money, got their
He
house,
sold the
Mm-hmm.
house.
I believe everything Joe Judice said
So do
because he
I.
was so resentful. Like I can hear him at times. I may not hear him, but you can visually see him at times, and something would just click. Like, man, I can't take this no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, and to their credit, the whole time they were on, and as much pressure as Joe Gorga put on Teresa, she never once told their business.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
I mean,
I didn't want to interrupt, but what we talking about?
we was
It,
talking. We finished with
Beverly
Atlanta.
Hills. We've been
Oh,
talking about
okay. I
everything
didn't
else.
even see the thing, but I wasn't home. I could have got on though on my phone. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Um, I just happened to look. Dang.
Did
Mm-hmm.
you watch Beverly Hills?
No,
oh.
Okay.
It
Okay.
wasn't
but
that.
but
It
I
was.
did watch some. I watched the after show, so I could have talked a little bit. You know what I mean? So oh well.
What
But
you
What
yeah.
you
think?
got to say,
What you
girl?
think overall?
The clips I watched, they were good. I know that Morgan performed, and then Joy, you said something about did she sing to her? So I
Yeah,
didn't see that part in the clip. So she did or no?
it wasn't that she was singing to her. To me, it didn't feel like that song was appropriate for
Oh,
for somebody's celebration of life.
a celebration.
It felt
Oh,
like a love song. Like I
so what
was
did y'all say about Annemarie?
that she
That
needs to
she's a hot
She needs to
mess.
shut up.
Man.
right.
Right.
We all in
So
agreement
it
on
was funny because I watched this clip and it was like Garcelle sits down and then all of a sudden she's like, okay, I know we're talking about something else, but let's talk about Sutton's esophagus. And I'm thinking, where did this, what was the segue? Why? Why, lady?
because she doing Kyle's bidding. That's what it feel like.
I mean, but
Well,
Jesus Christ, is this the third episode now with her talking about it, or what? It's just
The only
ridiculous.
time she's shown is when she talking about Satan.
well, on the
Mhm.
after show, did y'all watch it? She did
I
say, well,
watched
I
it.
didn't
Yeah,
say she had an eating disorder. Kyle said it. Did y'all see it when she said
yeah,
that?
I saw that.
Yeah. So she admits that she's doing it. I'm trying to think. Oh, and the little table scene I saw. I thought that was pretty fun when they were licking each other and scissoring each. What y'all say? What y'all talk
Ew.
about that?
Yeah, no, we didn't talk. We talked about them with the tongue. I forgot about the scissor
Ooh,
part.
that sounds weird.
What did y'all think about that, Dorit? And had they done that before? Look at me.
What did they do exactly? Because I didn't watch that.
It was like your legs.
Oh,
It
I
was like
can't.
I would assume that if it's a man and a woman, it's like both of their legs. They're laying on their side. Both their legs are open. One has to tilt so you can your privates will still align,
Yeah,
and
Oh,
your legs, your feet seem like you'd be in each other's faces. That's
I
that's
was like,
I know
that's what it
Sutton had
looked like
nothing
to
to do with
me.
that, did she? Was Sutton not there?
no, Sutton was watching. She watched.
She
I mean,
was.
Sutton put her tongue in somebody's mouth.
Dorit, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I can't.
right. She put her tongue in Dorit's
And she
mouth.
licked somebody's foot, right?
Yeah,
Cows.
she did.
Why are we licking
Child.
feet? What's?
To me, although it all sounds disgusting, that is like fun girl behavior.
No,
That, but
that's
I was
I
mental
shocked.
girl
look,
behavior,
I would
mental
not look.
instability girl behavior.
I would not be a licker or a sizzler
Ugh,
or a
child.
kisser or whatever.
You'd be a
Mm-mm,
But
watcher though.
I would be watching,
I
laughing,
mean,
mm-mm.
and talking
they
about
all admitted Erica. I don't know if Garcelle did, but Erica said she had been with the lady. I don't know if it was on the show or the after show. Dorit said she had kissed once. I guess it's normal.
It's well, yeah. I mean, it's normal, and that's okay. I guess they do what
today.
they
It
want to do.
definitely is because kids are so fluid. You wouldn't believe
Yeah.
the conversations I have with teenagers.
That's
Like
crazy.
it's
But I've
so
always
fluid.
heard that the white girl wasted drinkers. That's what they do
Mm-hmm.
when they get drunk. I've always heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never been that wasted.
me either.
That's
D
never
ain't saying nothing, so I think he has
Been that wasted to do
Oh,
what?
oh, okay.
to
kiss
do
a
all that
girl.
stuff they talking about.
Kiss a girl.
I mean, I have.
I can't
I
remember
have.
anything else. Did y'all talk about
I
Martell at
have.
all?
Only
I
for a
have kissed
little
a
bit.
woman.
I'm not through talking about it, but
No.
Dee asked a question about something else. We just been talking a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do
Well,
you
I'm
think?
happy I was able to get on with y'all. I missed it, y'all.
Well, what do you think, pretty doll Montique? What do you think about Martell? Do you think it was over the RP? I kind of do
Absolutely.
now.
You think it
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
was
it's
over the
right.
what?
The
Revenge
revenge
porn.
porn.
I
So you
really
Shut
remember when
up.
Coleslaw
Yep.
went?
And
Oh,
then here she is on Tasha K. Yep, I saw it. It ain't no
I
big
didn't
deal.
even think about
You
that.
didn't?
It never. I didn't. I assumed that he was harassing Coleslaw or something.
No,
Mm-mm.
let me tell you something.
Mm-mm.
He could never, because she gonna accept anything he does to her. She
Right.
thinks she won the prize. He could throw her over the bridge, and she'd be like, "He loves me. It's okay." Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Have
That's
y'all
and
pieced that together? So y'all think Melanie called the police?
I
I
said.
think
So from what I saw, I sent something in the group. Not you, D, because you don't watch the show. But so Melody spelled out something in 2022.
uh-huh.
He decided to turn himself in the first day of filming.
What?
In
And he had the kids
2022.
and stated she didn't know where they was.
Well, I
No,
heard
right
about all
now.
that.
So she did it. It was
Wait a
2023.
minute. Say that
No,
again.
he did the tape in 2023. She found out. She let me find the thing. Hold on.
But it was
Let me look real quick. I'm gonna
2022
read it.
though.
I'm so
It's in our
confused.
chat.
I'm reading what
It's in
you're
our
saying.
chat. I thought.
It is. I
Oh, maybe
just
I
this
didn't put it in there.
you're saying
Here we go.
2022.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
2023.
So it happened in 2022. She
Yes.
found out when Carson came in 2023.
Thank you. Then
She
she went
felt the
live.
immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Then she went live about it, but he did not. He did not decide to turn himself in for the warrant until the first day of filming.
So it was the kind of
The
warrant
new
where
filming for next year, or that's what I'm
this
confused.
year.
For now, the first day of filming was the day he turned himself in.
The 9th?
Yeah.
Yes. So they say that he turned himself in the first day of filming from, I don't know what a bench warrant is. So he had a bench
Me
warrant. Who
either.
knows
A
what this
bench
is?
warrant is it's
They're not gonna
usually
come get you.
no, it's usually for minor offenses. Like no, they don't come get you. It can
That's
Okay.
what threw
escalate.
me.
It can't escalate. Like I got a bench warrant once for fines about raking leaves, ignoring them, and they
Shut the heck up.
You can be arrested though. Like so
Oh,
if you are driving a car, if you're driving a car and you get pulled over or you get caught in one of those
Oh,
what do you call them stops where they're checking people's stuff,
yes.
they check
Uh-huh.
you, they can take you in on a bench warrant. So it's
So
best
this is what was
basically
said.
they're allowing you to come in instead of being embarrassed.
Instead of them coming to get you. Kind of like, I guess Destiny had something like that too, because she turned herself in, right?
Yeah, you can
well,
turn
she
yourself.
did
So they
turn herself
say
in.
this is her makeup artist name is Jay. Said Mel got called that Martell turned himself in. She said, okay, but this is his week with the kids. Where are the kids? So she was calling looking for the kids. This is the kicker. Not only did Martell sign the warrant in August for him to be arrested, but he decided to turn himself in on the first day of filming the show.
Yeah,
Not to
that's what
mention the
happened.
party. Not to mention that, so her brother had a birthday party for his husband, and she
Yes,
said that
yes.
Martell was watching her on the account, and he feels like his son has flamboyant ways.
Did he put that in writing to her?
I hate guys
I
like
guess.
that. I hate guys like that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I don't even
I
know
mean,
if
I'm gonna say this, and I know it's wrong, and I shouldn't say it because it doesn't bother me. But if Martell was worried about his kids seeing a heterosexual couple in a healthy marriage, he would have let them see that. Now they're seeing a homosexual couple in a happy marriage. I don't think that's gonna mean they're gonna be homosexual, but if you wanted them to see the opposite, you should have shown them the opposite. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Well, he definitely had the opportunity to show it,
Sure did.
and he fumbled that
But
bag.
I hope he's not mistreating his son because he's not toxic masculinity. You know what I mean?
Can you like?
I don't
Oh
know if
God, I
any of
never
this is
thought of
true. This
that.
is all hearsay, allegedly, our opinion.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
So do you think
No.
that why would he turn himself in the first day of filming?
I don't get the point of
Joy,
that.
what you got about your brother?
A storyline. A
Usually
storyline.
what happens is when you have a bench warrant, normally there's a letter at some point asking you to come in first. Usually, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
when I got a bench warrant about those leaves, they did tell I was supposed to pay a ticket or something, and I didn't pay it. Whatever it was, I felt it was unfair, and I didn't want to pay it, and it ended up being so stupid because I ended up
Right.
paying $100 on top of the fine. That's just pure
On top of it.
stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was something that was before it, but they didn't arrest me. I just
You didn't
paid
get a
it.
mug shot or anything, right?
I don't know.
Okay. We just
Even
making
when
sure
I
because we was
got
gonna look
arrested,
for it.
even
Callie,
when I was talking
Callie.
about before, and I got arrested as a kid, I didn't get when I was a teenager.
Joy, what?
It was something I did when I was 17. But even then,
Partying.
I didn't get a mug shot then. I've never had a mug shot.
But we was gonna find it, wasn't we? I
I
was
would.
gonna.
I be shot. I
But
got
yeah,
arrested
so
and
I guess more
got
will come,
arrested
but I think
several
it is
times.
about the revenge porn.
So do I. And I was looking
So
You
today
I've
have
on
gotten
to?
TikTok.
arrested, about to get
Huh?
arrested, yes, several times
You what?
in my little life.
What's wrong with y'all?
What did you say? I missed it. Did you say you've been
You ain't
arrested
lived
several
long enough
times?
for this, D.
D, what
Yes,
did you get arrested for?
I was young.
You know what we didn't talk
You
about? I
still
don't.
young.
Dumb and full of stuff. Well, all
What?
right. So we'll
I
talk about more when we
What?
find
Wait
we
a minute,
forgot.
Joy. What?
Did we talk about
what.
Robin on Watch What's Happening Live? I forgot
Mm-hmm.
about that.
No, and
Mm-hmm.
rightfully so.
Why you
What
say
did
that?
she do?
'Cause she is boring.
To
So
me, she
clearly,
was
it
nice. She
wasn't
didn't talk
memorable.
bad
It
about
wasn't
anybody
I
memorable.
do
or
see folks
anything.
dragging her in the comments. I liked her on there. I didn't see anything wrong with that.
Y'all
She
heard
wasn't
about that?
memorable.
I
I
thought she
thought
was very poised.
Of
Mm-hmm. And
course
her
you
shoes
did.
were cute.
What's
What's
the
that?
that
It's blurry.
allegedly Erica Jane is dating Garcelle's son.
no?
Okay.
He ain't got enough money for her. No,
That's
ma'am.
what I said.
She might be doing some other things with him, but that is not her main thing.
Unless he's embezzling it from his
He
mom.
no. He work at the restaurant or wherever.
Well, that's only
No,
tips.
and he ain't on the show.
Somebody said Erica's just determined to get as
She
much
may be
money.
getting her back crack, and I
Look,
ain't mad at that.
right.
She had
Vitamin
old Tom for years, but
right.
I'm screaming. Cause what was her and Tom doing, child?
That's just
What was
gross.
her and Tom doing, baby?
But
Nothing.
we had
honey, he
that
was with the other lady on them beats. What was the Cali?
Girl, with her mom jeans on, with her
what?
leg closed.
Right.
I
I must have
was
missed
like,
that.
what kind of sexy picture is that? You got on a sweater and some jeans.
Oh, you one who made us look at it because she was on the mistress. You the one who pointed out what she had on to us because we didn't even notice.
I was
The
like, how
mistress of
would
Tom,
you get
the
this?
lady that was on the bed.
Yeah.
Oh yes, from
Child, Callie don't
1986.
forget.
Yeah. No, I
Yes,
I'm
remember
honey,
the
now.
one that told,
a
I'm the
mess.
one
From
that
1986.
Yes.
It was one of
At least
y'all.
76.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was a mess.
it
Honey,
was nothing
it was
sexy
awful.
about it. It looked like something you would send your daddy. If
That's
your
how you
daddy
knew it was
said, let me
old.
see your pretty face. That's what you would
You,
send your
honey,
daddy.
you were posted on Facebook for
Right. You
Throwback
would
Thursday. That's
post
boring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was so fun. I'm like, what?
Anything else y'all missed?
Mm-mm.
Oh, y'all
Mm-mm.
didn't tell me what y'all thought about Beverly Hills. What do y'all think?
It wasn't that good to
It
me.
wasn't. It
What?
wasn't boring.
It was like
It
a scene.
wasn't boring, but it wasn't. It
Boring.
was like a fill. It was a filler episode, really. So it really
Uh-huh.
wasn't a lot to honestly talk about, other than why was Teddy there. Number one, Annemarie being insufferable for like the third or fourth time in a row, and she ain't only done had 20 minutes
Why?
total of screen time throughout the entire season, and the
So
only thing
Teddy, they
she's
showed her
talked
on
about
camera.
was that
Yeah.
Hmm?
we've seen her 3 times.
Who?
So I don't know if
Annemarie,
it's the preview for next week, but Crystal gonna cuss her out. Did y'all see that?
I
Cuss
did,
who
and I'm
out?
ready.
Where Crystal gonna cuss out Anne Marie?
She need to.
Yeah, you
Crystal
didn't
It's
see
is
the
gonna
about
cuss
time.
Anne
previews,
Marie
Joy.
out.
Huh?
You didn't see the previews.
It's
Uh-uh.
about time.
They all
Yeah,
want
she
to
was
cut
like,
out.
"Oh my," she was like, "Oh
Crystal
my God, you're
activated.
such a bitch."
Oh, I saw that
Mm-hmm.
part.
Because the
Yeah,
way Crystal be rolling her eyes when Annemarie talking, Crystal's like, "Whoa, God, here we go again."
yes,
She's
like,
over it.
and like, all Nikki, you forgot. I did say this. I said, and baby, when she thought she was just gonna be feuding with Sutton, she had another thing coming. Because the moment she mentioned
Mm-hmm.
eating disorder in front of Crystal, honey,
It's
She got
it
that.
on.
was
She
On and
on
woke
from.
on.
up.
Yeah.
The look, the
But first of
dead
all, I'm
has
gonna say this
woke
as a medical professional, she shouldn't be doing that, in my opinion.
Mm-mm.
She
up.
should.
What do
I,
y'all think?
I
She
agree with
shouldn't
that.
be.
I
She's
definitely
tripping.
agree with that.
She shouldn't. Absolutely not.
I
My
mean,
whole
don't she
thing
have
was
a
like,
marital issue or something to talk about? I mean, get off of
Oh,
that lady's esophagus. Just stupid.
Exactly.
well,
Like, why do you?
they
I'm not
said
gonna
her
say why do
husband
you
had a
shit?
charge or something.
Oh,
Yeah, he is getting sued, but this was after season. The season had filmed and stuff. But he got accused of raping somebody. Oh, I
Oh,
can't
okay.
say that.
a
oh,
long time ago.
I think it was a while ago.
ooh.
Well, he is being accused. So what is they
So
If
yeah,
what?
She's been accused.
allegedly? Because
That's
it's a
interesting.
mess,
I'm gonna have to
and
look her up.
I
Did
missed
y'all
it,
see what
y'all.
Jason Lee said? Did y'all see what Jason Lee said about Sweetie
Yeah, he's
Pie?
he's
About who?
Sweetie Pies, the show Sweetie Pies with Tim
who is
Norton.
Sweetie Pie?
What they say about Tim?
The the Sweetie
Oh,
Pies
I never
restaurant
watched
that
that, so I don't know anything about it. What did he say?
me
well,
neither.
I did.
he's in Tim is now in jail for setting up the murder on his nephew.
Yeah, I know
Talking
that.
about that, he's on there with Evelyn. Then he said that Tim
Oh,
also
yeah,
hired
I heard
somebody
about
to
that.
kill him. Tim hired somebody to kill Jason
To kill
from Hollywood
who?
Unlocked. Tim,
No.
Sweetie Pie, hired somebody to kill Jason from
Why would he do
Hollywood
that?
Unlocked. Because Jason was talking about his thick thighs. I mean,
Oh, well, who
I posted it
didn't?
on our TikTok. You
Right.
give the
I'll
whole
look at
story.
it. Did y'all talk about Sweet Tea saying he was Carlos instead of Carlos?
Okay, right though, right? No, we didn't talk about it, but right. I
And
was
she
like,
said he needs to
sweet
worry about his
tea,
own shows.
because
Cause
I
she
hear
Okay,
Yeah,
her
he
so
suffering.
we
do.
do need to do a show on
Cause she
Martell. For
heard
me,
they suffering. That's what let's not forget that part. Cause I
yeah,
heard they suffering.
Right.
they suffering. But
Yeah.
what
Child,
about? I don't
we need to
understand why
change the.
Carlos hasn't said anything about Martell. Because if anybody on Bravo would have done anything, been arrested, had a mugshot, he would have
Look,
been
we need to
on
edit
Honey
the
his
title to this
blog
video to Beverly Hills reaction
and
slash.
everything. I the one who came in. I should have came in. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, we
Mm-mm.
was already off Beverly Hills before you
Okay,
came.
good.
Yeah, we really was.
Yeah, it
But
was.
he's
Because
going
it
to
was such
address
a
it. He said
boring
at the
episode. It wasn't really
I'm
nothing to
gonna
talk
end
about.
this episode, y'all. Y'all,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah. All
yeah,
right.
because I
Oh,
want yeah, so we could talk.
Let's peace out, y'all.
peace
Bye,
out.
guys.
Peace,
Bye.
peace. Yeah.